All the videos and YouTube channels presented in today's podcast is not sponsored nor our copyright material and is owned respectively to them. Enjoy today's podcast.
What happened to your wrist?
I sprained it a couple weeks ago, and it's just gotten worse, so I had to get a wrist brace yesterday.
Oh, yeah, you told us about that yesterday.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Another episode of the podcast.
Okay, so to address something really quick, my somewhat professional microphone, I mean, it is a Rode microphone. Either way, my microphone that you're used to is now not broken, but severely damaged, so I'm using a webcam microphone right now until my other microphone is fixed, which will probably take a few episodes. So please bear with us with my probably not so good audio, but that is fine. Today is Halloween.
Woo! Halloween, baby! Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Whoa. Let me... it should work. Sorry, I need a water. So today is Halloween. So you will notice that the episode will be smaller than usual. One of the reasons is because I have a long and busy weekend ahead of me.
Same for us, yeah.
And also at the same time, we're kind of going to do a slight format change as well. We're going to make the episodes smaller.
Yes.
And basically more straight to the point. So basically today's episode is going to be about Pokemon, because since we are literally like 2 weeks away from that now, and there's like a lot of fake crap going on the internet.
So like fake reveals and fake leaks, I mean.
Yeah, for sure. But before that, I wanted to talk to Joey about Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yes, I am a huge fan of Luigi's Mansion, as I've previously stated before. Yeah. I fucking love that game.
Because it came out today, which for you guys would be 4 days ago, as you listen. Oh, which reminds me, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Please subscribe and click bell icon. And if you are on Spotify, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, or Podbean, please click that follow button. Okay, so there's the plugin. So with Luigi's Mansion 3, it came out today, which will be 4 days ago for you guys. I bought it on the way home from work, so I've only played an hour so far. That's it.
Gosh darn it.
And I can already tell you, it is probably the most visually stunning game for, obviously, yes, the franchise, but the Switch as well. Like, I think it's the most visually stunning game for the Switch thus far.
Is the game fun, though?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's very smooth.
Okay.
It's I will admit, like, as soon as I started moving around, I was like, granted, what I'm comparing it to is a GameCube game from forever ago, and games have evolved since then.
Which is a masterpiece, but, there's my opinion.
But the controls and the gameplay are very smooth. I haven't gotten to the gimmick yet, which is Gooigi. That's not a spoiler. It's a part of all their marketing.
It's like you taking control of the second character. It's like you switching in a Lego game.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't gotten to that point yet. I think I'm at the part right before it. But I've only played an hour. From the get-go, the opening animation, I absolutely love it. If you are a Luigi's Mansion player who's only played the first but didn't play the second because either one, you didn't have a 3DS, or two, you didn't want to play a Luigi's Mansion game on the 3DS, I can tell you already, you do not have to play 2 in order to play 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all that happened in... Well, spoiler warning, I guess, but like it's not really a spoiler warning. There's multiple mansions. The game sucks. There were some animations that were like really funny and like really quirky, and it was one of the most stunning visual games on the Nintendo 3DS. But other than that, Luigi's Mansion 1 always and forever will be my favorite game of all time.
Yeah.
There's no like changing my mind about that.
So with 3, now here's the thing. I didn't play the second one. The reason why I didn't is because I refused playing a Luigi's Mansion game on the 3DS, which I know
it was fun though. It was really fun.
I don't doubt it, but I'm kind of petty. But so the thing I can say about Luigi's, the third one, the newest one,
yeah.
What I will say is it's the most visually stunning game so far on the Switch. The controls are a lot smoother than what I was expecting. There's a lot of charm to it. Even though that I haven't played the second one, I have seen bits and pieces of stuff, and this game has severely a large amounts of more charm compared to the second one. Like,
thank God.
Like just everything is so expressive in the new one. Especially between Mario, Luigi, and Peach, because with the opening sequence, this isn't a spoiler. Like, literally, you can find this online. Like, they're traveling to the hotel, and they're actually talking to each other like normal people. Like literally Mario is saying more than bro. Like literally when they went to bed, they all said good night to each other. Like it wasn't like no, it was like good night. Like, what?
Bruh. Wait, so there's more dialogue than in Super Mario Sunshine?
Yes.
That's so funny.
So immediately after I went through the opening sequence, I said, okay, I'm already loving the third one because, again, visually fantastic. There's a lot more charm, a lot more personality. But I feel like Luigi's Mansion, and this applies to the first one too, I think the reason why I like Luigi's Mansion a lot is because it's very grounded. Like, it feels more real compared to any other Mario-based related game.
Oh, yeah.
And
I know exactly what you mean now.
And I think the newest one is a good pure example of that because, again, like, they're not having full-fledged conversations, but like literally at some point your dog goes up to Mario and like tries to spook him a little bit, and like Mario is like, "Oh, doggy," and I'm just like,
"Mamma mia!"
I was like, "This man is giving full-fledged sentences now." Like, what?
And they're like developing their speech impediments.
Yeah, no, like they're actually like communicating to each other, like compared to all
better
the
than
other
Mario
ones.
Tennis.
Like,
that's funny.
So I don't know, and I already love the concept of it being in a hotel. Because essentially how they have it is so the quote fast travel unquote function of the game is the elevator.
Right.
But all the buttons on the elevator are gone. So how you get the buttons are defeating mid to big main bosses.
And each floor?
From what I'm understanding, yes.
Excuse me.
And apparently there's a lot of floors, and some floors are just freaking gigantic.
Jesus.
Again, I'm only an hour in, so like I'm not that far.
I mean, but shit. I forgot what I was gonna say.
oh, I will say this though. So I don't know if this was a thing in the second one,
Yeah.
but like the ghosts actually have voices to them now, and like they sound like the Mario-esque universe sounding of like sim character speech.
Oh, like
Um,
I understand. It's like
with yeah,
some bullshit.
like I actually really like it, to be honest.
It's like Mario and Luigi's speech in their Mario and Luigi adventures. You know the
Yeah,
RPGs.
yeah,
It's some
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah, like that. Technically, there are two antagonists, but I'm not gonna spoil more than that.
Please don't.
Um,
I'm getting this game tonight. Fuck you.
because here's the thing: as soon as I saw one of them, I was like, "Cool, this proves my point that I don't have to play the second one if I don't want to."
No, you don't. You don't. You
Um,
really don't.
so, but I'm already loving it, even though that I'm not really that far in. Uh, but so let me spoil this for our listeners really quick. So last week's episode, which went horribly wrong due to both of our ends.
Unfortunately,
We
it was
were
going to work. It was going to work, but shit just happened.
yeah, I forgot to switch things back to how they originally were on my end. With Joey's end, his power went out, which corrupted the file, um, and everything like that. But the idea, what we were doing was we were traversing the multiple worlds of VR chat, which we will do eventually at some point again, so that like we can actually do it and have you guys have that experience.
Dude, yeah. There's some really awesome worlds, and
Well, not just that.
they're
There's a lot of people to talk to. Like,
yeah. I was very surprised to meet the people that I met. You know,
yeah,
there we all of a sudden we were on a train, and we were on our way to a mountain or something like that. Quote, on our way. It was just sort of oh, we're having a train ride.
mm-hmm.
And then we met these two people, which was awesome. And those two people took us to another world, and that other world was it was what I eventually made my hub world, and it was just a beach, and you're in this futuristic house, and you talk to people, and you sit by, and you just sort of, and then they started showing us their avatars, and their avatars were really cool, and their avatars would just break the meta of the game.
Yeah.
Their characters would be 60 feet tall, and you would be looking at Iron Giant, and then out of nowhere they would transform into a helicopter or something like that. It was really funny. I wish we could have had a successful night.
Same. But again, we will record it again sometime relatively soon, I would hope.
Right.
Just not this week because, again, for both me and Joey, our weekends are about to be very busy and very long.
Yes, especially at my job. My job is going to get crazy.
Yeah, so I didn't tell you what is going on for my end during the weekend, Joey.
No.
So tomorrow when work is over, which of course I work from 10:30 a.m. till 3:30 p.m. After exactly right after I'm done with work, I'm immediately driving straight down to Orlando because my charity stuff is happening on Saturday.
Oh yeah, you have to do the 24-hour stream, right?
I'm not gonna be doing the 24. So I was gonna do the 24 hours last week. Some personal stuff happened. I can't really
Right.
talk about it, but either way,
Yeah, no worries.
but I'll be there at the event with the rest of my team. But I'm not going to be live streaming with them. I'm going to be there as an actual team lead and help make the event function during the day and evening. Um, but
Dude, yeah, that sounds sick.
but basically after when work is done at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow, Friday, I have to drive straight down to Orlando, meet up with those peeps. We're gonna all have dinner together. Wake up very early in the morning. I'm talking about like we're waking up at like 6 or 6:30 in the morning. Um,
Right.
uh, Getting ready for the event to start at 8, I think, if I remember correctly. And then I will be there until 8 or 9 p.m. at night, and then I have to drive 2 hours back to Jacksonville, arrive by 10 or 11 p.m., immediately go to sleep because I have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning Sunday to drive to North Carolina.
Jesus Christ.
And then once that day is over with, I have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning Monday to come back down to Jacksonville from North Carolina in order to get back to work on time at 1 p.m. Monday.
Dude, that sounded like my last weekend. So my last weekend was composed of, okay, I worked Friday. It was 6 a.m. to 4:30, but I stayed a little bit after until 7:30 p.m. To get a little bit of extra hours. So I did a 13-hour day. Then on Saturday I did the same thing, but instead of leaving at 4:30, I left at 2 in order to make up for my hours, and I wanted to go get a haircut. So I went to go get a haircut, but it was too full, so I ended up dissing the haircut, and I stopped by a couple places to get my costume ready. I got home, and I was like, I'm gonna have a nap because it's going to be a long night. So that night, I decided to meet up with a couple coworkers, which is Valentina, Jamie, and Danny. Valentina and Jamie. Danny is someone from my job, and Valentina recently started working with us.
Yeah.
So we went we went to her place. We were going to go to a Halloween party that was made by these Full Sail students. It looked lit. There was a whole bunch of alcohol. It looks really awesome. When we get there, everything is super pumping. Like the party it looks lit. It's awesome. Like there's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. We were ready. We're cool. What's Jamie's other roommate besides Valentina?
I don't know. I've never met them.
Annabelle.
Okay.
So Annabelle and Cassie were also with us, so they tagged along for the ride. They weren't feeling the place. They felt a little uncomfortable, so they decided to leave. So that leaves Valentina and Danny with us at the party. Then we noticed that they run out of alcohol. Mind you, I am 2 shots of Fireball in, like, pre-gamed over at Valentina's place, and 4 shots of vodka in at this party. And I'm like, I'm Puerto Rican, and alcohol doesn't faze me that easily. So I'm barely buzzed. Then I notice at the corner of my eye that my ex is there at this same party. And I'm just like, oh God, it couldn't have gotten worse. But it got worse. The cops got to the place. Like, the cops rolled on through. And they were going to start doing an investigation into the house. Like, they were going to search the place. But they were like, no, we're just having a small get-together or whatever. So they persuade the cops or whatever. And the cops were like, okay, you just can't have your cars out here. And we moved our cars or whatever. So we were like, this party blew. So we went back home to Valentina's place. We got super hammered because we still had a whole bottle of Fireball. We got super hammered. I got super hammered. I drank like half of that bottle. I finished it. And we ended up passing... Well, I ended up passing out at like around 5 a.m. And here's the kicker. I had to go to work at 7 a.m.
You're a smart man.
No, I knocked out at 5 a.m. I ended up waking up at 7:30 a.m. And Valentina was like, dude, we got to get to work. So we go to work, and I did a full 7 hours before I was like, dude, I got to go. So I told my boss, dude, I'm not feeling too well. I got to head home. And I knocked out. I shit you not. I knocked out for 8 hours only. Because I wasn't sleeping anymore when I got home. So I was like, how the fuck am I still awake? And then I had to go to work the next day and do another 10 hours.
You're a smart man, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was a lit weekend, though. It was a really awesome, fun weekend. We bonded really hard. It was a good bonding weekend.
So I'm starting to get self-conscious because I know you guys can probably hear like the smallest little stuff that I do.
It doesn't. It really doesn't matter. I'm getting self-conscious as well because I can't breathe through my nose since I'm sick, and like I'm breathing through my mouth, and that can get caught through the mic.
That's hot.
So sorry about that.
I'm trying to scoot up, but there.
Well, other than that, that's basically my update for the past 2 weeks. So yeah.
My wrist is sprained.
So tell us how that happened.
I know that's I said this in the very beginning already, but yeah. I sprained my wrist a couple weeks ago, and it's not from a specific event. I think it's just because of certain movements I've been doing with my wrist at work.
Yeah.
And plus, what doesn't help either is like me immediately going onto the computer as soon as I get home, with like the awkward posture that I do. So it's gotten so bad now that I'm just wearing a wrist brace that I bought at CVS, I think it was.
Right.
I mean, there's less pain for sure. Like I still have pain, but like it's less compared to before. But it's just more sore because of how it's just not used to being at like the right. I think posture is the best word. Like I don't know if a wrist can have a posture, but
It's not at the correct like orientation.
yeah.
All right. Now let's get to the meat of today's show or today's episode.
Okay, so
which is yeah.
So Pokemon for like the billionth time. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because it's like, oh yeah. So I don't know. I just want to. I find that funny.
Pokemon for the billionth time because it's literally about to come out in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Which of course I'll say this 2 weeks ahead of time. When Pokemon Sword and Shield come out November 15th, when my time is done at work, I'll be live streaming the day of launch day of Pokemon Shield. I'm going to be playing Shield. Live streaming that November 15th, probably at 7 p.m. maybe, most likely.
Oh yeah. Now that you say that, for November 17th.
17th?
Sorry, 13th.
13th?
Now that, what day did you say?
15th.
15th. God damn it. Now that you say that about November, I will not be here November 25th through the 29th because I will be going back home to PR to visit my family.
That's hot.
What we're probably going to end up doing is 2 episodes. So
yeah,
that they're the uploads. Yeah, upload schedule is not fucked up.
Yeah.
And I can actually go home and see my family.
Yes, Daddy.
All right, continue.
So yeah, November 15th, launch day of Pokemon Sword and Shield. I will be live streaming that at 7 p.m. Eastern. The Twitch is PoyoKirb, PoYokirb. I'm just gonna say this 2 weeks ahead of time. And don't worry, I will say it again next week and then the following week. Either way,
Sure.
It doesn't matter. No, it's because I will be live streaming Pokemon every single day. I'm not kidding. Every single day after it comes out. It's because I'm actually wanting to go competitive for Pokemon for the first time. So,
Ooh, that's me with
so
what's it called? Rainbow. That's me with Rainbow.
yeah, the Pokemon World Champion of 2016. He has his own YouTube channel, which I found by accident, by the way. I've been binge watching his videos because I'm like, okay, so let me understand and try and get in the mindset of a competitive Pokemon player. And I think I'm learning. Well, I know I'm definitely learning a lot. I just need to actually put stuff into practice, but I'm waiting until the new games come out for me to do that.
Right.
But yeah, so
Sounds lit.
Pokemon is 2 weeks away, so there's a lot of fake shit going online.
Ooh, I'm ready for this fake shit.
Which, by the way, Joey, you can mute your side for the YouTube stuff because we don't really need the audio. That was a burp. Sorry. Here, so this is one of the PokeTubers that I watch when it comes to leaks and whatnot. But
You mind giving me permissions, by the way?
Oh
for
yeah.
being DJ.
Oh yeah. I completely forgot about that. I'm sorry.
So you said to mute my YouTube side?
Yeah. On Get MetaStream, just mute the audio because for right now we don't need audio for this.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You'll see a video of a PokeTuber named Ruffle Rowlet. I watch him quite a bit when it comes to why is the video not wait, is the video working for you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So he really focuses on rumors and leaks. But this is one of them. Someone saying, "Hey, look, I got the digital copy of Pokemon Sword on my Switch already." And
digital copy and the card is inserted.
Yeah. And like what's dumb is that it's like this is obviously
it's in
fake.
Spanish. It's in Spanish.
Like this is obviously fake because the thing is if it wasn't fake, they would be hacking the game right now and leaking everything to everyone online, like how they did with Pokemon Sun and Moon.
That's right.
So that's
and
how.
Smash.
that too, because a Pokemon leak is not going to come from a Spanish or Portuguese oriented country. I'm not saying that because I'm against those countries in any way. I'm just saying that because
it's the truth.
It's the truth. Like like whenever there's a Pokemon leak that has actually been confirmed to being real, it's usually from the more English side of things. If not English, then they're not real.
Yes.
I'm not kidding.
No, you're right. You're right.
So this picture is one of those supposed leaks. And to continue on that train for like pictures of saying, "Oh look, I got the game." Let me go into here really quick and add to session, and then we're gonna go here, and then okay, so that face. Okay, so this is another one. Notice how the cartridge is in Spanish.
And not only that, it just looks really freaking blurry.
Yeah.
His finger is in full focus, but not the picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me?
So again, if they actually had the game, they would be hacking into it by now and releasing everything online.
Right.
But Ruffled Rowlet actually made a very good point. The person who posted this picture is actually, according to him, a somewhat popular Pokemon YouTuber or video game YouTuber or something. Sorry. A somewhat popular Spanish YouTuber involving in video games. I don't know which one. But apparently he's known to be cracking a lot of jokes And Ruffled actually found out that that YouTuber is the one who took this picture and posted it online. And people were saying within the comments of this picture saying that he did a fake photo last year saying, "Oh look, I got Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee," when he actually didn't. He did it just to troll people,
Right.
supposedly.
I feel like that's common though. That's like
Oh yeah,
very
for sure,
very common.
for sure, for sure, for sure. So yeah, people saying that they have the game, which they don't. Uh, like
That's so funny though.
like the people who are going to be having their review copies won't even get their review copies until probably like you could probably hear the dog in the background. When it comes to the review copies, I guarantee you they're not probably getting their copies until like a week before the game comes out. Yeah. So
It's just dumb. People are just trying to say some shit.
that they're just trying to get them views, bro.
That's right. And popularity for like no reason.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds. So this guy, this PokeTuber's name is A Drive. I don't really watch.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah, like I don't really watch him too much. He's not my cup of tea when like it comes to a personality.
No, I watch his stream sometimes to like
Yeah,
take my mind off of shit because he's usually doing shiny hunts, which I love.
I like his streams more than his actual YouTube content.
Correct.
That I will say. You can really hear the dog in the background.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. It's cool. Bark, 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 bark. He just wants attention.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know why she's barking, and my parents know
It's Halloween, remember?
that. But my parents also know that like I'm recording this up here, so I don't know. Either way,
You can't really control a dog, though. I mean, it's fine.
you
Don't
know,
worry
just
about it.
what. So A Drive sometimes looks at rumors and leaks for Pokemon. Not like not to the extent of Ruffled, because Ruffled, like, his YouTube is just centered around rumors and leaks, whereas A Drive, he does whatever he thinks is more interesting, but more other content too.
Right.
But he did go over this supposed leak, listing out all of the gyms for the Pokemon games, for the new ones. So I thought it would be cool and interesting to go down the list and see what we thought of what could be real and what could not be real.
Right.
So in the first gym, it's saying that the first gym, his name is Kabu. Could be a she. No, it sounds like a dude's name. Apparently, the first gym is Kabu, a fire type gym with the Steam badge, and they would only have Growlithe and in Fervor.
So a new Pokemon that we haven't heard of before?
Yes.
And Fervor.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, and I don't know what that would be a reference to be honest.
In Fervor. That sounds weird.
Yeah, it really does. And then for Gym 2, it would be Milo, the grass type gym, which of course we know about already.
But question, why would the first gym be a, like, you know how you usually start with either a fire type, grass type, or water type? Why would the first gym be a fire type? Shouldn't it be something that all three could counter? Like, for example, in Pokemon Red, in Pokemon Emerald, the first gym is a rock type, and you can defeat the gym with a water type. You know, like,
you can defeat it with a water and grass, but not a fire
type. But you can get a water type like easily by just going to a side area that there's grass in.
Well, you know? I mean, there's Gen 2 where that literally the first one was flying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would it be a trietary like element? You know what I mean? Like, why
Well,
would it be fire?
I mean, we haven't gotten there yet, but notice how Gym 2 is grass and in Gym 3 is water. Like, notice
That's what I'm saying.
how, yeah. So notice how the first three gyms in this supposed leak, it's fire, grass, water, basically
Hmm.
saying no matter which starter you pick, you have the advantage in typing, at least in in one of the first three gyms, which to me makes more sense.
And I'm reading on the second gym that it's Pumpkaboo.
Yeah.
Why would Pumpkaboo be in a grass gym? Isn't she a ghost type?
See, I thought that was a ghost fire. Wait. Give me a second. I'm actually googling it right now.
Same.
Pumpkaboo is ghost grass. Okay, well that makes more sense.
Oh, okay, okay.
And then Eldgoss, if I remember correctly, would be a new Pokemon. No, yes, Eldgoss is one of the previously announced Gen 8 Pokemon. So that one makes sense too. And then in Gem 3 is Nessa, the water type, which we already know about. Her would be Barazuka, which people are saying would be the evolved form of a unknown fish Pokemon that we do not know yet for Gen 8.
Weird.
And then Chinchou and then Dreadnought being a previously confirmed Gen 8 Pokemon. And then they're saying in and then they're saying in Gym 4, here will be exclusives. For Sword, it would be Opal, a fairy type gym, with Shiinotic, Parasect, and Impetus. So the thing with Impetus is people are saying that's the evolved form of Impidimp, which is a Gen 8 Pokemon that we already know the existence of, even though that they have done no marketing for it.
Right.
And then A Drive made a good point in this video. Why Parasect if it's not part fairy? So A Drive thinks that Paris and Parasect might get Galarian forms. If this leak is true. Which
whatever happened to the Ben Affleck leak?
Oh, it's real.
Like, it's like, did he reveal everything that was already like there, or is there more to his leak?
There's still a little bit more. But we just don't know if they're true or not because there hasn't been a trailer in like I think 2 weeks now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. So that Ben Affleck leak was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it was actually real.
To be honest, if there is a Parasect, like a Galarian Parasect that's like Bug Fairy, I would lose my mind. I love that idea.
We won't know until the game comes out.
I know, right?
Go ahead, sorry.
And then the Shield exclusive for Gym 4 is Sop, a poison type, which would have Fungus, a Pokemon that we don't know about, Smudge Squeak, if it is real, and then Galarian Weezing. And this is when A Drive also made another good point. Why would Galarian Weezing only be used by the poison type exclusive gym, but not also the fairy type? Because Galarian Weezing is poison fairy.
Right. Wouldn't it be better for a fairy gym?
Well, no. Why isn't it in both? If it's part poison and part fairy, right?
I mean, wouldn't they want to showcase as many Pokemon as possible? Like, within most gyms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think he makes a good point, though, of how that Galarian Weezing, who's a poison and fairy type, wouldn't be used by both exclusive gyms if this leak is real.
Right.
But at the same time, Game Freak does whatever they want to do. So for... Sorry, I'm just trying to read it. Oh no. So for Gym 5, Gym 5 is also another exclusive. For Sword, it would be B, which of course we already know B. That was confirmed already. Well, not confirmed, but announced. Who is the fighting type gym leader? And she would have Hitmontop, Grapple, and Surfetched, which most people have guessed that she would be using Surfetched to begin with, since that is a pure fighting type. There we go. And then for and then for the Shield exclusive, which is Alistair, Ghost type, that's already been announced. They're saying that they will be using Mimikyu, Poltegeist, and Perugly, or however you want to pronounce it. That's also another new Pokemon that, well, supposedly a Pokemon that's in Gen 8 that we don't know about. And then for Gym 6, it's saying George, a Dragon type gym, which would have Drampa,
Right.
which I swear if Drampa's actually... No, I think Drampa's has been confirmed of being in this game already. Never mind. Dragon type, which would have Drampa, Dragonair, and a Duraludon, which is a Gen 8 Pokemon we already know about. And then apparently Gym 7 would be another set of exclusive gyms. Sword being Donnie, which is a dark type. Which would have Mightyena. There we go. And Obstagoon, which is a Gen 8 Pokemon we already know about. Weavile and Trublin. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Right.
Trublin, something.
Trouble in Terrace Town.
Whoa. And then for Gym, oh no, and then for the Shield version, it's saying Nicholas, which is an Ice type. Which I love Ice type so much. Grumpig, which is hinting towards a Galarian Grumpig. Mamoswine, Snonolith, and Frostilla.
Right.
Yeah, and then for Gym 8, Wesley, a Steel type, which is Steelix, Clang, Cloutant, sorry, and then Persian, hinting at that there's going to be a Galarian Persian. Which, of course, the Ben Affleck leak said something about a Galarian Meowth, but that still hasn't been confirmed yet. Either way, there's a lot of stuff going around, as previously said.
Right. Seems
So,
sketch.
yeah. It's... Pokemon is like this every year throughout the entire year. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, there's always rumors and leaks going around throughout the entire year, every year. I remember... Bless you.
Thank you.
I remember how last year, before Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were even announced, someone actually leaked Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee like 5 months before it was announced. And everybody thought that she was a load of crap. And it turned out to be real. And everyone was like, yo, you're kidding me. Like, it's the same way with how Gen 7 with Pokemon Sun and Moon, the final evolutions of the starters were leaked literally 6 to 8 months before the game even came out. And people were like, nah, that doesn't look like official art, but they turned out to be real.
Right.
So, like, when it comes to Pokemon, there's always rumors and leaks that are interesting and always like everything looks fake and real at the same time, and we will never know if it's true until the game actually comes out.
That sounds fun.
Yep, this is me every year throughout the year.
The
always,
hype is fucking real.
always stressed the hell out. But now people are debating if the Pokemon side games for next year will either be Let's Go versions of Gen 2 or a full-fledged Gen 4 remake. Because people have been wishing for a Gen 4 remake for years, which before I did not
Like
agree.
Heart Gold?
No, Gen 4 was Pearl, Diamond, and Platinum.
Oh, okay. And Heart Gold was Gen what? Gen 2?
Gold and Silver was Gen 2.
Okay.
So people have been really wanting the Gen 4 remakes for years. Before I didn't agree with them. Now, but now I think is the perfect time to have Gen 4 remakes. But because of them having Let's Go last year, it's up in the air if they're going to continue a Let's Go series or actually remake Gen 4. It's so up in the air, it's not even funny. Because to be completely honest, if they came out with Let's Go versions of Gen 2, I wouldn't be mad about that because Gen 2 is really good.
Yes, it is.
And I wouldn't mind it being in the Let's Go format. But also at the same time, would you want to have a Gen 4 remake that's similar in visuals to Gen 8? That's the toss-up there.
I would love a remake of Heart Gold and Soul Silver the way that it was, just top down, kind of like a Link to the Past. I mean, not a Link to the Past.
Awakening.
A Link's Awakening, sort of like that similar feel because it's basically the same game just with updated graphics and it looks even cooler. You know, like that would be awesome for Heart Gold and Soul Silver. That's what I would like, personally. But hey, it's all in the interest of the public.
Yeah.
Like Gen 4 sounds cool on paper. I personally got to play Diamond. No, sorry, I got to play Pearl. And I was fine with it, but I honestly still prefer Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I really, really love that game. It's just very slow.
Which, of course...
Very, very fucking slow.
Well, do keep in mind, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which were remakes of Gen 2,
right.
It used literally all the content from Gen 2, but then added a lot more content, but it was also used with the same exoskeleton as Gen 4. So without Gen 4, there would realistically be no Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Right.
And that's actually the truth.
But I don't know. What about Unova? Yeah. I liked Unova. Unova was awesome. Gen 5.
I doubt they would skip Gen 4 to go straight to Gen 5. I really doubt it.
That's true. But hey, who knows? We might see the light of day for that. Like a whole Diamond remake.
To be honest, I just want to focus on Pokemon Sword and Shield because I'm actually pretty excited about these games.
We can all tell, Austin.
It's just unique, okay? Like, leave me alone.
Hey, I'm not judging you, man. I'm just excited for like as you are for Shield and Sword. I mean Sword and Shield, than I am for freaking Death Stranding.
Death Stranding, yeah.
Dude, it's coming out November 8th. That's almost there.
Yeah, it's like a week.
Dude, well, lipstick in my white Valentino bag? Like, dude, it's right there. I am so excited for that.
Like, I will be waiting to get it because either I get Luigi's Mansion 3 or Death Stranding before Pokemon comes out. And I was like, screw it. I'm going to do Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion.
So I had to pick, and I picked. So
I'm picking both. Screw it.
Aren't you lucky?
No money. I will have no money by the end of this year, but I will fucking have my games, dude. so good.
Um,
So good. And I'm doing that sweet overtime too. So like, fuck it. You know, like I'm trading myself.
Before we close off, I'm gonna try to find like a cute Sobble vid really quick.
Better than the one that we already showcased.
Oh, it's probably not gonna be better. You know what? Screw it. Let's watch that one again.
Yeah, because it's so good. Like,
I love it. It's wait a minute.
I gotta turn on my volume again.
Yeah, same here. Wait a minute. Okay, ready?
Yeah, of course.
Ready to start the adventure, Sobble?
It's my fucking favorite. I'm getting Sobble. Like,
Yes, same. Same.
with the Undertale music in the background too. Oh, that's so heartwarming.
And
Dude, if
the
I could
fact-
have a real plushie like that, I would just like hang it everywhere.
Oh, just so that you know, there are Sobble plushies available to pre-order. I think right now. Happy sounds in Scottish.
Ready to go on an adventure?
I love it. If I remember though, I think there is a Sobble plushie up for pre-order already.
I want one as the same size as the one in this animation, so that I can fit them everywhere. I have a bag that has a pocket, like the same size as her coat pocket, and I could just put him there. And I could just be like ready to go on an adventure, Sobble, and he could go, meh, and then like, it would be awesome.
You can buy the plush internationally right now.
I want one.
Here, let. Oh. Here, I just sent you a. Oh, that's not a good link, but it's fine. But thank you guys for tuning in for another Pokemon filled episode of the podcast.
We hope to see you guys for the next one. It's gonna be fun.
Yes. If you are tuning in on YouTube, please subscribe and click that bell icon. If you are tuning in on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, and Podbean, please give a follow.
Yes.
As always,
That'd be awesome.
yes. As always, we love you guys, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Bye. Oh hell yeah.